I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin, and in this video we'll check back on my $50,000 investment into the gaming metaverse coins, which happened 24 hours ago. So we're exactly on the minute, almost 24 hours later, what has happened with the investment so far. So if you haven't seen the video, you can watch it. I invested on the Bitcoin dip. $50,000, about 9,000 into Gala, 9,500 into Vulcan Voyage, 10,000 into Sand, the Sandbox, 10,000 into Decentraland, and 10,000 into HBAR. I had an additional 5,000 BUSD, which is of course then still 5,000 BUSD, right? So a total of 54,000-ish. Now 24 hours later, did we make the right move? Let's see, 24 hours later, what has happened? Well, I did check my coin market cap, obviously, and it looks pretty good. So let's pull up these prices and see what has happened so far and what might happen. So obviously, when we look at Bitcoin, there was a steady growth in the last 24 hours from basically, it was about 3 p.m. when I started buying the token. So just around 48K, then it was a small dip and it has gone up severely overnight. There was one small drop right here going from 51.5 to about 50.7 and then some small recovery. Stable right now, about 51. Let's look at Gala first. So we got about a 48 cents right now. So I'll copy that and put that right in here. So the growth is about 10%-ish, which means that the value has gone up. So I will list the values like so to see what our gain is so far. So about a 600 gain. And then we'll be able to see the total sum and basically total profit, of course, right? That's what we're looking for so far. Obviously, I said in the previous video, I'm looking for about, well, what would that be? About 2 to 4 weeks. I want to gain about 25-50% on this investment. We'll see how that goes in terms of, you know, the longevity, what the market is doing, etc., etc. So basically the same thing. As soon as Bitcoin started moving, you can see these graphs look very, very similar. So I will keep them all open just like I did last time because I thought that was quite nice. But the graphs, I mean, it's not as stable as Bitcoin, but it is very similar. So it went up to 52 cents, right now 48. So there was like a higher gain. But I'm just holding. I'm not trying to flip it right now. So that's it for Gala. Let's look at Vulcan. Because Vulcan went like on a little bit of an aggressive move. So it went from basically 22 to about 31, 32 at the highest point. Right now, pretty stable at 28, which is obviously quite a significant increase already. And this is just a 2K profit almost right there. Looking at the Gala graph, these graphs, they look similar, but obviously that big run here and the drop is not that similar, right? So just basically the ending and the beginning, they are quite similar there. What else do we have? We have Sand for the Sandbox, 550 coming from 516, so not as significant of a gain right there just yet. 680 profit, 660. So these performance are quite similar. However, the graphs, they don't look quite similar at all. All of them have that little small drop here, right? So and as soon as Bitcoin made that drop here, I think in all the graphs, you'll be able to see that. In some more, in some less. But what's funny that you have that initial bump here, which you have on Gala right there, but it's almost non-existent on Vulcan. It's really small, right? Then Vulcan only went up like a small bit, and then later they made a jump where Gala and Sandbox both made that jump. I don't know what that specifically means in terms of the patterns because I'm not familiar with technical analysis or reading charts. I'm just reading my findings, telling you what I'm seeing, telling you what I'm doing, and thinking, of course. Decentraland, 3.92. That has been doing quite well. from 3.4 to where we purchased it. A profit of about 1.4k. Very nice. Graph not looking similar, except the ending maybe right here to the sandbox. Well, it is quite similar, I would say. It's almost identical, my bad, except we're missing here a little bit of an additional growth spurt. But other than that, it looks quite similar. I think somebody else mentioned it in my Discord today, that the sandbox and Decentraland go like hand in hand. If they move, then they move together. If they go down together, right? As being like the two metaverse gaming type of leading tokens. Then we got some HBAR, which is basically completely different from all the rest, because this is gaming, metaverse, and then the HBAR is like on a different spectrum. You can see that the dip is right there, right? And we see that dip here, which is basically this Bitcoin dip. But other than that, the graph doesn't look that similar compared to the other ones. We're about 28.44, which is not that tremendous of an increase, but basically the winner is definitely Falcon, and then the other ones that did well were these two. The least performer is Gala so far, and the sandbox. However, take into consideration that Gala did get the smallest investment, right? So what the fuck's going on? So the percentage base is obviously important. And then the BUSD, the price is still $1. So the profit is basically, well, I think this is already, yeah, this is already the profit. So total profit right there, right? So the total profit, okay, so then it's total holdings right now, right? Total dollar value right now is this one plus this one. It's about 59k. So we have made a gain so far of about 10%, I would say. So if this is the base, which is then 100%, how much would this be? It is $11. What about a percentage though? What about a percentage? I want to format it not as a number. Oh well, it is a number, but a percentage. 1,074%. I think I fucked that one up. So if this one is 100%, so it's the F12 times 100 divided, okay, and then minus 100? No. Okay, so now it's calculating the total percentage. I just want to know the percentage of this. So usually I just do it like this, 54023, and then I do like, make that like the square, yeah, that we make like in high school. So this is 100%, so we do this one times this one divided by this one, which is 10.74%, right? So we almost an 11% increase in the first 24 hours. Not too bad, I would say, guys. Not too bad, definitely. Obviously, taking into consideration the BUSD is stable. Gala hasn't moved that quick, but a 10%, 11% increase, those are good gains, right? When we're looking at, this is obviously the total value, things like 24% increases over the last 24 hours, that highly depends, I would say, on, because we didn't get a 24% increase, that highly depends on obviously when it was purchased, literally the all-time low or whenever. So when we look at the metrics themselves, when we look at the gains made, so here 20, so this is definitely more than 20%. So if we had the value right here, this is almost 2k, so it's like a 20% gain. Oh well, hang on, we're right here, so it's more than a 20% gain, right? So it's definitely in line. But the thing is, the Gala is just pulling it down, and the sandbox is also pulling it down. Not too worried though. I'm just very curious to see how everything moves moving forward, because if the Bitcoin keeps doing this, right, obviously the gains are going to slow down. However, if it takes another rally like this from, let's say, 51 to 53, 54, And as I said, I'm no way technical analysis kind of dude. I have no way of forecasting Bitcoin, the price prediction on it and everything. Even for these coins, I wouldn't be able to do a price prediction that really. I'm more into the IDOs, price predictions on launches, because obviously there's a lot of hype there, right? So now it's 28.10, and what did I write down? 28.36. So you can see it moves quite quickly at 28.58. See, there's a lot of volatility in the market still. I'm just going to keep you guys up to date on this journey, what is happening, what the coins are looking like, and if this was a smart investment, just to see if buying the dip is actually as smart as we all think it is, right? Just my opinion on the matter in this video. Did I do the right thing? Yes or no? If yes, then next time I might be able to do it with a larger allocation on the next correction. That's why I'm going to keep track of this. This is what I like to do, you know, with my investments, and I'm going to see if it was all worth it at the end of the day. That's everything for today. If you have any questions about this, drop them down in the comments below. I'll be sure to have a look. Like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.